Hello, good afternoon, my dear kids. Once again, we are in the conclusion of that chapter. The name is of motion. So, this is the last part. So, I thought that it would be great for you to directly view what all things regarding this motion and all directly with this smart screen. So, this is Mithun Raj signing from this part of the world, from Cochin, Kerala. So, most of these terms, I think you are already very familiar with that. Okay, regarding these three types of equations of motion. Anyway, I'm not making you bored by again and again explaining that. You already know about the three different types of equations, and also these. If you are beginning the essay, how you want to write things like this. Okay, and you want to mention each and every terms. You already know you initial velocity, acceleration, A is acceleration, T is time, V is final velocity, and S stands for distance traveled or the displacement in a particular time T. So why this graph? If you are doing a graph, what we want to first remember is, see, this is a velocity time graph. Okay, there is no doubt about that. I hope that everybody knows that it is a velocity time graph. So in a velocity time graph, what all things we have? First, in x-axis we will describe the time. Okay, that's a very easy part of that. And the next axis, what we are mentioning, the y-axis, we will take it as velocity. That's why it is called as velocity time graph. So velocity, if we have velocities, for example, initial velocity, the starting velocity, for example, from here we are starting. At that time, the velocity is P, OP. You can just imagine that. Actually, OP, that distance or that measurement is also called as initial velocity or U. Are you getting it? Isn't it? See, this is velocity part and this is time part. This means time is increasing from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Time is increasing in x-axis and velocity is increasing in the y-axis. So at a particular point we are starting to find the initial velocity at this part called as OP. Okay, and our that body traveled for a particular time called as OR. From this O point, the first point to the final point, our body traveled. Okay, the time taken. What is the time taken from O to R? We can mention it as OR, isn't it? So, at that case, what we got? We got the final velocity as NR or RN. That is the final velocity we are getting after traveling from this position to this position. So, what we are doing? We are just giving a lots of motions. Not motions, we are giving values for each part of the graph. Okay, we are giving values for each part of the graph. So, for example, first thing we want to know, we studied that this area, understood this area, what we need to find? We need to find displacement from it. Okay, if we are able to find displacement from this graph, we can easily derive all these three equations. Okay, easily we can derive it. But this is the mathematical calculation of how to find the equation. That is also an essay. But this is the practical way of calculating all those derivations and all. This is the practical method. So let's see that at a particular moment, this is our initial velocity. We can take it as OP, final velocity RN or NR. So, but something else we have. We need to find V minus U. We can easily find V minus U in this equation. In this graph, isn't it? We are finding V minus U. Theoretically, we already did that. But from this graph, how you can get V minus U? Just see. Rn minus OP will give what? V minus U. Isn't it? So we are making another point here. okay, another point here, and that particular point we will give another name PQ. Okay, PQ is same as what? PQ is same as OR, isn't it? And it is also same as MN. So we have three different time, not different time. In both all these cases, time is same. Okay, here to here, when we are calculating the velocity, the time will be t. Here also t, here also t. So we can get it at OR is equal to PQ is equal to MN. But what we need to find? We need to find the displacement, and displacement we know what is it? It is the area of the entire part. And one speciality is here. Okay, one more line is here. See, from P to N. From the point of initial velocity to final velocity, another line we can draw, and that line shows us what? That line shows us the relation between velocity and time. Understand? So the slope, that slope is the relation between velocity and time, and from that relation we can derive the equations. Okay, first we will discuss only two or three. No, first two we can discuss. Otherwise, in one class, if I discuss all the things, it will be very confusing for you. So let us begin. First, we have the equation for velocity time relation. Regarding acceleration, it is called as v is equal to u plus at. That thing easily we can find from this graph. Easily we can find. There is no 1 minute. Some fluid is happening. Okay, fine. So let's see. Initial velocity you can derive from the velocity at a point P or the line segment OP. So this is the point of initial velocity. So OP gives the measurement of initial velocity. Next, what we need to find? We need to find the final velocity. And what is it? Simply it is NR or Rn, whatever we take, no problem. Isn't it? This is the final velocity or not? So if you want to get that relation, final velocity minus initial velocity, what we want to do? V minus U is just simply what? NR minus OP. It is what? NQ, isn't it? NR minus PO is what? NQ. That is this thing written here. Okay? NQ is equal to NR minus PO, which is V minus U. So from this graph we already got what? The value of V minus U. It is line segment NR minus line segment OP. Okay, which gives the value of V minus U, which is also NQ. Okay, next what we want to do? Let's see. From here what we are getting? The time interval T. Okay, T. Time. What is the time in this graph? We can get three values for time. OR, PQ and MN. See, it is correct or not? OR, which is equal to PQ, which is equal to MN. So we get actual values for initial velocity, final velocity and time directly from this equation. Isn't it? Directly from this equation we can measure it. For example, how you can need to measure means we will do numericals. For exams, some questions will come like this from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so initial velocity is 2, final velocity is 4, total time is 5. Simply take that value and write it. Okay, easily we will get. What will be the time interval Qn in that case? Final velocity minus initial velocity, which will give 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. Okay, first you must understand how to read the values of this graph. In the first case we are reading values of directly we are getting the value of time, initial velocity and final velocity. From that we can derive one simple equation, V minus U. Okay, V minus U, initial velocity minus final velocity. So first part is finished. Now the next part is more important. See how we are finding the equation from that. Now we have what? We have the value of initial velocity, final velocity and time. Directly we are getting from this map. Okay. Or if you take, that is also fine. Sorry, PQ if you take, that is also fine. MN if you take, that is also fine. All these three line segment gives what? It gives the value of time. Initial velocity is what? OP. Or also we can represent it as RQ, isn't it? OP is equal to line segment RQ, same values. Correct or not? And final velocity is NR, and initial velocity minus final velocity is NR minus OP. So that much values we already get from this graph directly. Next see what? Now we need to derive the equations. So the first deriving equation for velocity and time, the first time. Anyway, if we get V, if we get U, and if we have T, easily we can calculate what? Yes, acceleration, isn't it? V is equal to U plus AT, that's the equation we need to derive in the first part. If we have these values of initial velocity, final velocity and time, easily we can derive the first equation, which is the equation for acceleration. So we know what is acceleration? Yes, rate of change of velocity by time. Here what is the rate of change? Final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. Directly we are getting it because already we got what? We got final velocity, initial velocity and time. So the first equation is easily derived and make the substitutions. So we will get V is equal to U plus AT, and that's a simple part of it. Okay, so two more parts are there. This is the second part, we are deriving it by substituting the area of this particular diagram. Okay, area of this particular diagram, and in two cases we will find out the remaining equations also. So this is the first part. See, we have these equations. Just write down the equations and write down the what is actually their meaning. U is what, V is what, T is what. Okay, why I am taking this much time? Because in every part of problem solving in physics you must use the same technique. Okay, you must use the same technique regarding that. I will give this note also with you today. Just read it. Just read it because it's a bit difficult for you to understand all those things. Okay, this is the first time I think you are using a graph to derive equations from it. The first case is very simple. You know the time, or our line segment is the time. Directly we have the time. Okay, actually in real graph there will be values here like 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, like that. That will be very easy for you to understand. But first, this method you must know how to derive the equations from this graph. And once you got that, it will be easy for you to continue the remaining diagrams of graphical derivation. Okay, the first one is very simple. Just try to practice it regarding this line segment and all. Okay, only simple thing is what? You need to find the value of NQ. What is NQ? NQ is NR minus OP. In values, if you write, it is V minus U. It is same as initial velocity minus, final velocity minus initial velocity. Okay, and the value of time we already have it. So if we have velocity, initial velocity, final velocity and time, we can easily derive the equation for acceleration. We know acceleration is what? It is the rate of change of velocity. Okay, rate of change of velocity means initial velocity minus final velocity by time. Just substitute in this equation, then we will get the first equation, which is V is equal to U plus AT. That is the first equation of motion. Okay, so that's all for today. The next class we will discuss about what? We will discuss about the next session called as displacement. How to find displacement from the same graph. Okay, till then, goodbye my dear kids. The notes which I am sending, please go through that. Okay, it's a very elaborated note. That means it includes almost all the question answers which comes from that chapter. I know it is a bit big, like 15-16 pages are there. Okay, but there won't be any other questions coming from any other part because it covers the entire chapter. Textbook solutions also I will send. Textbook exercise solutions are not that much valid regarding this NCERT syllabus, because application levels questions, okay, 80% or 70% of the questions will be application level questions. If you only study textbook exercise like you are doing in the older classes, it will be very difficult for you to get or score marks. So application level questions means you need to have in-depth knowledge of that. These types of notes and all is not in from textbook exercise. Okay, and this is very very important. Just go through it today. Not only for your 9th standard, for the next classes also it is very important. The next day we will try to solve the equation regarding displacement and all. Okay, till then, Mr. Raj signing off from this part of the world. Take care, my dear kids. Be home, be safe. Okay, corona situation, maybe everything will be fine soon. We hope for that. We can pray to the God for that. So be home, be safe. Okay, and revise these parts regularly. Try to revise, at least take 30 minutes per day. That's enough. Otherwise, what's the problem? If you didn't get the concept of this physics, it will be very very difficult for you to continue your studies regarding physics. Okay, so Mithun Raj signing off from this part of the world. My dear kids, we can continue these into the next classes. Till then, goodbye and Jai Hind.